Hey guys, it's Pete Robson, head coach here at Paraestra Poole. Today we're rolling with Chase, a second degree black belt under Jeff Lawson and Yuki Nakai. And yeah, this is my gym that we'll be rolling at.
Right, what's going on, people? We're back, another episode. Today we're down at Paraestra Poole. Is that how we say it? I just want to make sure I pronounced it right.
Paraestra, yeah.
I'm here with Pete Robson. Let's get straight into this. How's it going, brother? How are you?
Good, man.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
So let's start off with, how did you get into Jiu Jitsu?
How did I get into Jiu-Jitsu? Like everybody, I started in judo.
Yeah.
Like most local people here, Jeff, Connor.
Yeah.
I started in judo as well. I started when I was really young at my school.
Okay.
We had an instructor come in for a while. The program closed for a little bit, so like my progress was a little bit chopped up.
Yeah.
Then I took up Taekwondo for a bit. It's a completely different kind of vein. I was sort of like 13, something like that. Did that sort of 13 to 16. Then the judo program came back to my school.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so did that from sort of when I was like 16 to maybe 19. I dabbled in like other martial arts as well, bits and bobs. Trained in Exeter for a bit.
Nice.
A smaller club.
Yeah.
Like traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu for a bit.
Okay, so not necessarily, it wasn't Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
It wasn't Brazilian jiu-jitsu to start off with.
Okay.
But then the smaller club that I was training with in Exeter eventually got a BJJ instructor from Brazil.
Yeah.
And they flew him over, and I got my blue belt there, sort of about 2010, something like that, maybe 2011, something like that. But yeah, I've been doing pure BJJ from about sort of 2009.
Oh, nice, good 15 years at least, 16 coming up.
Yeah.
Nice, all right. Well, what would you say so far has been the hardest part about your jiu-jitsu journey?
Hardest part.
I mean, I know there's a lot of difficult paths you can take.
I'd be kind of generic with it. I'd say like the two hardest grades, I'd say, in jiu-jitsu is blue belt and black belt.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So like white to blue is relatively easy in that it's quite a clear structure, isn't it? It's like, I'm just learning everything. I'm crap at this. I need to get to the blue belt. You just got to get your fundamentals in place. You've got to get some basic attacks. You've got to get some basic offense off, and you've got to get some basic escapes and stuff like that.
Of course.
Which is like nice and simple, right? But as soon as you trip over into blue belt, the jump from blue to purple is really, really difficult.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people lose heart then.
Yeah, understandably as well.
I've always loved it, right? So I've never had like too much of the blue belt blues, put it that way. But I can really sort of empathize that blue to purple is one of the most difficult parts of the journey. Because you've got to switch from being like led by your instructor to being pretty autodidactic. You've got to pick up some of your own stuff. You've got to listen to your instructor for, again, like refreshing your fundamentals at that point. Of course. But you've got to start learning other stuff on your own. And that can be really, really tough. It's easier nowadays, right? Because you've got the internet. So it's much easier now that you can get information out there. And you can keep going. I think one of the biggest things you need to do from like blue to purple is work on guard. Like I think a lot of people don't really do that. Like you get the sort of seductive nature of being on top and fighting from top position. So people neglect their guard and then can't level up the rest of their jiu-jitsu. If you don't have guard, you don't have jiu-jitsu.
No,
and the reason why I say black belt is because it's the same thing. And that once you get to black belt, black belt, great, get to black belt. And you're like, well, then when you get there, you have to do exactly the same thing again. You have to be autodidactic. You have to learn new things. You have to go over old techniques again and understand like why they work and how you can explain it to somebody. So I'd say like they're the two toughest parts of jiu-jitsu. The rest is fun, right? It's just fun.
It's funny because I don't think, like you said, I don't think I ever got the blue belt blues. I think it was more, right, I'm at the next stage now. I need to work to the next part. Like it's constantly like when I was white belt, it's like, I need to get to that blue belt. But I get, because I feel like from white belt, you're like, oh, I need that blue belt. You get it, and you're like, oh, I'm a blue belt, but you're still getting smashed. There's not much change apart from the color of your belt. Yeah. So I think that might demotivate people a little bit. But yeah, for me, it's just, I've made it to blue belt. Right now, I need to get to purple belt, and then it's just constantly chasing the next goal. But no, quality. Tying in with that, what would you say has been the best parts of your journey so far?
Best part, few things, like teaching students. That's that's for me, that's a massive highlight, is teaching people.
Yeah, of course.
Seeing people progress. Not only like on the mat, but like off the mat. Seeing their lives sort of come together. That's really big, when just, you get like a subtle thanks, or like, oh, thanks for, I was in a bad place or whatever. Jiu Jitsu really helped me. And it's like, it's not always me, but like,
no, I know what you
sometimes
mean.
just being there and like offering that out for people that's a big reward. That's like one of the biggest things. But also just meeting people, like getting to travel, getting to meet people from like all different walks of life, and all over the country. I love it.
Jiu Jitsu really does just bring everyone together, doesn't it? Yes. All right. Well, like you say, you sort of touched on seeing what it does for people on and off the mats. What one thing, or even if it's two things, would you say that Jiu Jitsu has given you outside of the mats? Does that make sense?
Yeah. You can always draw a lesson from the mats, right? Like there's like, discipline, I think, is a really big one. Yeah. Like I'm naturally a very scattered person. I'm really bad with that. But if I know that I can be disciplined on the mat, I know I can be disciplined outside as well. I just need to draw from those lessons.
100%. All right. Well, you said we touched on the hardest belt, and that was like you said, blue and black belt. Which one would you say, if you had to choose one, what was the hardest one?
Hardest one?
Yeah.
I would still say it was from the blue to purple.
Blue to purple.
To purple is always tricky. It's always tricky. Like there are sometimes like problems within it which you think are just like completely insurmountable. You're like, oh, I'm stuck on this technique, and you're stuck on that technique for a long time. It's not like as you go up the grades, you get better solutions for stuff. But sometimes you can be really, really, really stuck on like one problem for a long time. Not just like, oh, it's a week. Oh, I'll come back to it. It'll be okay. You could have like I one, it always sticks out, was like shin shield. I got stuck on shin shield. I don't even know how long. It was probably months on end, like at least 6 months of just like, I don't really know how to deal with this. And then I just walked out for a private with my black belt, and he solved it in like 3 seconds flat. And you're like, oh, okay, well, you just move it to like one side.
It's funny because I've actually recently like gone through the same problem. The same problem, but the same sort of thing where I'm like, do I deal with this? It is so annoying. And I like just watching loads of people dealing with it and just like, okay, I've got a bit more of an understanding. Probably still can't get past it, but I'm understanding it a bit more, which is the main thing, I suppose. Without Jiu Jitsu or martial arts, what do you think you would be doing?
Oh, geez. No idea.
No idea. No other hobbies.
Nothing that could earn me an income.
That's fair enough.
Put it that way. Like all I ever did was play video games. And do martial arts.
No, nice.
And like I, socialize and stuff like that. I was terrible in school. If I had wonderful parents. I actually went to like a private school. I had really great education. But I was not naturally inclined for education. Outside of martial arts, I don't know. I enjoyed rugby, but again, what sort of career is there in rugby as well? Like, unless you're going to be a professional player, that wasn't really something either. So I just worked menial jobs, did martial arts, and eventually made it my career.
No, nice. It's a bit of a, it's a bit of a different question, but what does jiu-jitsu mean to you? Not necessarily, it's everything to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, what does it actually mean to you?
Mean to me?
Yeah, to you personally.
It's a deep question.
It is a bit of a deep question, 100%.
What does jiu-jitsu mean to me? It's I can only really give the generic answer.
No,
it's my everything. Because
Yeah.
it kind of is.
It is. No, that's fair enough.
Like
Yeah.
I've structured so much of my life around it. It is and it isn't. Like I think as I've gotten to like, I've been a black belt quite a while now. A secondary black belt, and like the novelty wears off. Okay. Right. No, and I realized like I'm not entirely jiu-jitsu. Like I know I'm really, really good at it.
Yeah.
I love spreading it. I love what it does for people as well. But also I can contain that as well in one thing, and I don't have to like make my entire identity it.
Yeah.
I think coming and stepping outside of that and like just taking the lessons from jiu-jitsu and doing other things with that in your life as well. That's what it means to me.
No, yeah. That's a good answer. I like it. All right, for people like me, anyone else coming up with sort of quite low in our journey, what advice would you give to us?
Ask good questions.
Yeah.
Ask good questions. If you've got like a decent instructor, ask good questions of them.
Yeah.
Like, and check their understanding as well.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole variety of instructors out there. Like, if you ask them and they got a decent answer for you, and then overworking with it, eventually it starts to yield results, and they come back to you and say, "Oh yeah, that was great, thank you very much." Then you probably got a good instructor.
Yeah.
But if you're working with a problem and they try to give you an answer, but it still continues to not work, and they're not giving you the advice of like, "Oh, I don't actually understand this position. Go and talk to somebody about it." Or like, "Oh, what I'll do is I'll just say, if I don't know about it, I just go watch an instructional on it."
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, quality.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for answering a few questions of me. It's been quality. Do you want to get into a technique side of this?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Perfect. Let's do it.
All right, guys, we'll do pancake butterfly back take.
Oh.
That sounds like a recipe.
It sounds nice.
This is it's an absolute favorite of mine. It's a Marcelo Garcia technique. It's flashy, but the mechanics are relatively basic. And it leads you to one of the best positions in jiu-jitsu, which is obviously back straight into the rear naked choke. So the way I kind of set it up is if you're in combat base chase, so like combat base, one leg up, cool. So if ever I kind of see this shape here, like this is quite common, and if they're offering up any space, this is kind of a gift for this move, all right? So I want to create angle, so I'll come off on the angle, and I'm hooking up my butterfly hook just onto the back of the hamstring, and then I want diagonal control on the arm. I'll shoot it from another angle in a second, but I'm here, I'm getting a 2-on-1 control, and I'm just going to draw the elbow out, almost as if I'm doing like an arm drag, and I'm going to pass it off to a regular 2-on-1. So I'm just going to grab your wrist, and I'm going to grab this here on the elbow, and I'm falling back, and I'm going to draw your weight towards me here. I'm going to do it once slow, and then I'll do it once fast, all right? So I go here, I draw the weight on, hook up, and then in, just like so. So you land in this kind of high ball ride, and then come on the second hook in, and you hit up your rear naked choke. I'll do it even slower, sort of maybe this angle here. So if ever I see that combat base, like I'm just angling off, maybe hitting a bit of an arm drag to draw you towards, and then switch into a 2-on-1, just like so. So in the pocket of the hip in this one. This is the thing we use to draw our opponent's weight towards us and the hook. So I'm drawing your weight on, we'll go slow this time. Knees towards the chest to load the weight. As I'm extending you up, I'm going to drop out my right butterfly hook. So as this one goes out, I just take this one out, and they rotate in the air, and you drop them in. I wouldn't panic about putting the secondary hook in. Just hold in here, and you can go, I think it's called high ball ride. You're just in here, just for a second, get yourself in nice and tight, and then look for your secondary hook, just like so. So that's the fundamental way you hit it. It's like how you'd learn it, like that, nice and broken down. But I'll show maybe sort of angle from straight on like this. When you get relatively good, you can do it quite quick. Get a bit of air time, and then landing in. And you get pretty decent at it.
Yeah, nice.
You want to try and hit the choke as they're landing. Because when you're in back control, they'll start defending naturally. But if you can, in the air, you can punch the choke in, or at least get one hand underneath. It's good. I'll see if I can do it, all right, without clocking you. All right. So, lifting up, punch straight under as they go. So you're trying to set the choke on the flip. You don't want to like learn it this way. You want to learn it, as I said, like just load the weight on, bring your knees towards the chest, take the hook out, flick them, and they'll naturally rotate within. Slight hip escape out. You go high ball right, take the over under control, just wait there for a second, put the hook in, and then go rear naked choke. But then when you get like more advanced with it, you can do it the fancy way. This is all in one. Lift, flick, and punch the choke in straight away. So that was the one I wanted to teach.
Oh, perfect. There you have it. Well, we've got a pancake butterfly back take.
Yes.
There you go. Sounds good and it looks good. Oh, thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
Should we get into a light roll?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right,
yep.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Well, there you go. That's how Jiu Jitsu works. No, thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I've been Chase, Rodham Chase, Pete Robson. Amazing episode. If you like that episode, please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We'll see you in the next one. Plus.